As-Salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Bismillah walhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man tabi'ahu bi ihsanin ila yawmiddin. Thumma amma ba'd. My dear respected brothers and sisters, we continue to speak about the actions of the heart. Actions that are found in the hearts of the slaves that assist them to live in this world as a successful slave of Allah Azza wa Jal. And we spoke previously in the last 2 weeks about having fear of Allah Azza wa Jal and also having hope in Allah Azza wa Jal. And in addition to this, the things that are found in the heart that assist them to worship Allah Azza wa Jal with excitement and with ease, we add on to these two actions the love of Allah Azza wa Jal. Know, my dear respected brothers and sisters, that it is an obligation upon every single slave to love Allah Azza wa Jal more than they love anything else. And it is only the transgressors and only the oppressors that do not love Allah Azza wa Jal or love other than Allah Azza wa Jal more than they love Allah Azza wa Jal. And it is upon us to know that from the apple of the eye of the worshipper is to worship and to act for the one that they love. Take things in this world for an example. What motivates a mother to get up in the cold night to a crying child and feed this crying child when they need to be fed? It is the love that they have of this child. What motivates the mother to get up when their child is often 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 years old even? A young adult that is able sometimes to take care of themselves, 16, 17 years old, the mother will still get up when this child is feeling sick. If they hear this child in the bathroom vomiting, if they hear this child awake in pain, the mother, no matter how old this child is, if they know about it, if they know that this child is in pain, the mother will still come and will assist them. What is it that motivates them to do this? It is the love that they have for this child. What is the difference between an individual who gets up and goes to a job that they love and an individual who gets up and goes to a job that they do not like? These two individuals might go to the same job at the same time for the same amount of money for the same period of time, yet their interactions and the way they feel are completely different. One loves their job, so they work with a smile on their face and they're happy and they're excited to go and they're excited to progress in this job, and the other hates this job, so they work with a frown on their face. They hate getting up, they call in sick whenever they can. What's the difference between these two individuals? They're doing the same job, they're getting the same amount of money. The difference is one loves the job and one hates the job. It is the love that a person has for a thing that motivates them to act upon this love. It is the love that a person, that a slave, that a believer in Allah Azza wa Jal has for Allah Azza wa Jal that motivates them to worship Allah Azza wa Jal and to be sincere and to do their utmost best in this worship. Consider the person that gets up late at night to worship Allah Azza wa Jal. What is it that gets them from their warm, comfortable bed? It is the love of Allah Azza wa Jal. What is it that motivates a person to fast on days in which they're not even obligated to fast? On a Monday, on a Thursday, on any other day. What is it that motivates them? It is the love of Allah Azza wa Jal. So we must work towards and ask Allah Azza wa Jal constantly to make us of those who love Him more than we love anything else. Because those who love other than Allah Azza wa Jal more than Allah Azza wa Jal, then indeed they will be destroyed. And indeed they will not find success in this world, nor will they find success in the hereafter. Allah Azza wa Jal, He says in the Quran, قُلْ إِن كَانَ آبَاؤُكُمْ وَأَبْنَاؤُكُمْ وَإِخْوَانُكُمْ وَأَزْوَاجُكُمْ وَعَشِيرَتُكُمْ وَأَمْوَالٌ اقْتَرَفْتُمُوهَا وَتِجَارَةٌ تَخْشَوْنَ كَسَادَهَا وَمَسَاكِنُ تَرْضَوْنَهَا أَحَبَّ إِلَيْكُم مِّنَ اللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ وَجِهَادٍ فِي سَبِيلِهِ فَتَرَبَّصُوا حَتَّى يَأْتِيَ اللَّهُ بِأَمْرِهِ وَاللَّهُ لَا يَهْدِي الْقَوْمَ الْفَاسِقِينَ. Allah Azza wa Jal, He says in the Quran that say that if your love for your fathers and your sons and your brothers and your clans and your wealth that you gain from trade and your homes in which you are content with and you love, and all of these things are more beloved to you than Allah Azza wa Jal and His Messenger and jihad and fighting for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal, then prepare yourself for Allah Azza wa Jal's judgment. And indeed Allah Azza wa Jal does not guide those who are sinning. So what is it that we can do as slaves of Allah Azza wa Jal to have the love of Allah Azza wa Jal placed in our hearts? First and foremost, the worship of Allah Azza wa Jal with sincerity, getting up and praying your 5 daily prayers, fasting in Ramadan, going and doing Hajj. All of these things, they are an obligation upon a slave, and it is the purpose why they were created. These are things that help the love, and these are things that allow for the love of Allah Azza wa Jal to be entered into our hearts. But then also adding on to these things with our sunnah actions, the recommended actions, the actions that the Prophet ﷺ done and recommended for us to do. In addition to this, reading the Quran and pondering over the words of Allah Azza wa Jal. These are words of Allah Azza wa Jal. Allah Azza wa Jal revealed this to the Prophet ﷺ from his words, speaking directly. This is Allah Azza wa Jal's words in the Quran. We should read this and ponder over what Allah Azza wa Jal is saying to us. Also remembering Allah Azza wa Jalla at all times, saying Subhanallah, saying Alhamdulillah, saying La ilaha illallah, saying Allahu Akbar, saying Astaghfirullah, doing these adhkar, the adhkar in the morning, the adhkar in the evening, the adhkar before you go to sleep, all of the adhkar that you do throughout your day, constantly remembering Allah Azza wa Jal. This will assist in having the love of Allah Azza wa Jal placed in our hearts. So we ask Allah Azza wa Jal to make us of those who are blessed to have Him love us, and also who are blessed to have the love of Him in our hearts, so that we are those who love Allah Azza wa Jal more than we love anything, whether it be our families, whether it be our wealth, whether it be our homes, no matter what it is. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to allow us to love Him more than all of these things. هذا والله أعلم وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين وجزاكم الله خيرا والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.